Lawyers have done a good job. It's a legal matter,
okay,
as it is now. Because Nnamdi Kanu is being accused of terrorism charges. It's not a political issue. That is the allegation on his head. Now,
no, sorry, barrister, I hate to butt in. It's not a political issue, but Nnamdi's case has turned political.
No.
Is he not a political prisoner?
No, it have not turned to that because it is...
Okay, because the courts have clearly said you have no right, you rendition this man. You don't even have the local standard to try him. So why is the court still trying him? Why is the federal government still prosecuting the case?
Yes, it is now... Look, when you are talking of political issue, it is either a politician who is making trouble with the government and they now just put him somewhere.
No, barrister, I don't agree with you.
I am coming. Let me explain this thing to you, please. That is when it returns to a political issue, when somebody is a politician and he does not agree with the ruling government and the government are looking for a way to pigeonhole him somewhere.
Is that not what the case of Nnamdi Kanu is all about?
I'm coming now. Nnamdi Kanu was never a politician.
Barrister, who is a politician? Must you hold public office before you are designated a politician?
No. Please, Nnamdi Kanu is not a politician. He's a self-determination group leader. That is what he is now. He has said it severally.
So, barrister, why are we looking for a political track, a political solution to the Nnamdi Kanu case? Because you have said severally too that, look, that we need a political case. You have cited the cases of Showore and Iboho several times on the studio.
Those ones now, you can see the dimension. You saw the dimension it took, especially that of Showore.
Okay.
He is known to be a politician. He contested the election. Abi? So those ones, you cannot now mix it up with Nnamdi Kanu's case. The allegation is what we are looking at here. Terrorism charges.
Barrister.
It is when you now listen.
I had to allow this to drag, but Nnamdi Kanu's case, the court, like you said, you also said that a court has let him go. You also agreed and admit here that a court said you don't even have the local standard to try this man because you rendition him. Rendition is illegal. And the court said you don't have right to try him. Yet the federal government is still trying him. Why? Is it not a political case?
No. The federal government brought new charges.
Why did they?
Because after the 15 count charges was quashed at the appeal court, the federal government now took the matter to Supreme Court. And that is where we are now. Are you getting it? That is where we are. So the issue here is that the legal luminaries in that court, they want to prove to the federal government that they are wrong in law.
All right then.
That is why we are. That's why we are where we are today. They want to prove to the federal government they are wrong in law.
Barrister, this is not. Sorry, Moses. Barrister, this is not the first time lawyers have proved to government that they are that they are wrong. The same government went back, immediately rearrested him and slammed fresh charges on him.
That's what we are saying.
Barrister, that is not what we are saying. We are saying two different things.
No, we are not. They have not rearrested Nnamdi Kanu when the court have discharged and acquitted him. They only brought fresh charges after that appeal court had been quashed.
So why didn't they let him go?
No, because they brought fresh charges against him.
Why did they bring fresh charges against him?
Because that is what they want, and that's what this lawyer.
That is what they want. Isn't that politics?
No. That's what we are trying to prove to the government that you are wrong. That is just a simple truth.
Okay.
Okay.
All right then. So this conversation will continue with everyone, being entitled to their own views. Doctor, let me call you Honorable. What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
You didn't add Babe Saleh.
Well, please note that for defamation. Talking seriously, I want to align with Chukwuma that this thing is taking a political dimension. Then you also look at the array of senior lawyers, senior advocates. And that brings me to one incident that happened some years back. Somebody was fighting alimony in UK. He had a very good case. But when the Queen's Counsel came face to face with him, the first question he asked is, I mean, what he told the man is, look, you have a very good case, but the area of judges sitting on the bench against you, I will advise that to settle out of court. Because you imagine a woman fighting divorce and heading towards alimony, and you have all the women chauvinists sitting on the bench against a man. You should know that you already had a judgment before the judgment is passed. So whatever it is, lawyers are very, very smart. They know how to wriggle out of a quagmire. And so the point is, as it is today, starting a fresh case with Nnamdi Kanu, I consider it as elongating unnecessarily the continued stay of this man in detention. Because processes would also be stunted through claims, counter-claims, and affidavit, counter-affidavit at the end of the day. But every minute, not even a day, every minute this man stays in detention, it's reducing his ability to move on with his life. And it's also reducing his ability to even hold on to his family. Because the pressure would have been on the wife, if not for the support that he's getting. A woman cannot stay for that long and still expect a comeback. You remember what happened to Nelson Mandela in South Africa shortly after he was released. You know what happened to the wife? You know, things like that. Because I'm looking at the emotional part of this thing.
He's still a young man. He's still a young man.
And then we'll go and marry again.
The wife will wait.
Mandela got married. You see, Mandela got married to Samora Mache's wife. But still, what we are seeing is a political thing. And so, it will still require political solution to find a way out of this logjam.
As far as I'm concerned, this matter is going to even help Nnamdi Kanu's fight for self-determination. Because the whole world is going to see it from that prism, that this is now a persecution, not a prosecution. So the federal government is helping the man's case. That's the truth.
All right.
And that's where everybody look at it now. It's now what? A persecution, not prosecution. Because if you consider what is going on in Nigeria today, with Nnamdi Kanu being detained, you ask yourself, come, these other people that have done worse things than Nnamdi Kanu,
so now that
where are they being prosecuted?
Prosecution. So you align with the fact that it will need a political solution to solve.
You mean where the case is now? No, yes. The federal government wanted to go through the whole court process, and we agree. Let me see how they will prove it in court. Because remember what Binta Nyako said, that the federal government cannot sustain this charge against Nnamdi Kanu. She said it. That is why over these years, nothing has been done on that case.
Okay.
The federal government is just rigmaroled, looking for a way. You know, I don't know what they are trying to get out of this man. So it will help. In fact, when the Igbo said that they are being marginalized, it will help our case so that the whole world will see.
You have just validated what Chukwuma just said. That this is political.
No, hold on.
If you say it's okay, let's not go back. Let's not go back.
It is not assumption. Let it be seen. Because if it did not go through the whole court process, nobody will know what happened at the end of the day.
Barrister, would you prefer this case goes through the whole hog of the legal system and it lasts for the next 12 years? Or do you want a political solution where the case of Showore and Iboho were treated and dispensed with easily?
I have told you why those two left, because their brother is there. You and I know
so
that.
It is political, Barrister.
Hold on. All the Igbo leaders have gone to Asorok to plead with Buhari when he was in government.
Okay.
What came out of it?
So what does the federal government want?
They went to Tinubu. What came out of it?
What exactly does the federal government want?
They want to prove a case that cannot be proven. That's it.
So where does that leave in Nnamdi? Where does that leave in Nnamdi?
Let the court now decide. Because
the court that had decided before?
No, look, Mr. Okoro, let the court now decide.
Okay.
That's what we are saying here, because they wanted it. We did everything. All because you know why don't want to go through that your route about political. They don't want it.
It's okay.